What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Young Legends Podcast. I'm your host, Caption, a.k.a. Caption Red, and I'm here to tell you that we're going to the top with this knowledge that I drop, and then I'll drop the mic. They say he's mad savage. My name ain't Walter White, but I'm breaking bad habits. Now, you want to know what one of the worst habits is, besides cooking meth? Using the same joke 2 episodes in a row. That's like eating the same thing for dinner and then the next day for breakfast, and it's not pizza. It's just wrong, okay? I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Now, like I said in the previous episode, the episodes that I'm doing on habits and any future episodes that I do are not just based on my own thoughts. They're actually based on research done by experts who have dedicated their lives to help people by figuring out what works and what doesn't. So therefore, understand that you're getting the very best information right now. Now, I want to give another shout out to James Clear, who wrote the book Atomic Habits, but also to all the other experts out there working hard to make sure that our lives become better. Now, in order to break a habit, you have to make that habit invisible. You got to hide your remote. You got to turn off your phone. You got to put it on Do Not Disturb. You need to put it in another room, because when something is out of sight, it becomes out of mind. Now, I have this device. It's called the kitchen safe. It's not an actual safe. It's actually a plastic container that has a time locking device. And you can lock it for 1 minute. You can lock it for 30 minutes, an hour, all the way up to 10 days. And you can put whatever it is that's your bad habit in there, whether it's a snack or a vape, or maybe even your cell phone, your remote control, whatever it is that causes you to slip up, you can put in there, lock it up, and it basically becomes invisible because you can't get tempted by something that you can't access. Also, in order to break a habit, you need to make it unattractive. So let's say you have a problem overeating or eating things that you shouldn't. What you could do is you could take a picture of an overweight celebrity and tape it to the box of pizza rolls or to the cinnamon buns, and that'll remind you, hey, I don't want to look like that person, and that will make the food unattractive to you. Or you could take a picture of an attractive celebrity to remind you of what you do want to look like. Maybe you can even take a picture of the guy or the gal that you're interested in and tape it onto it to remind you, let's make healthy choices, let's stay lean, and break this bad habit. Now, it would be funny, though, if they ended up coming over for maybe like a school project, and then you open up your fridge, and there is a box of pizza rolls with their picture on it. I imagine that'll be a pretty awkward moment. Now, what else can you make unattractive? Maybe what you do is you take a bunch of fish juice. I don't know where you get fish juice from, but you take some fish juice, you take some gross tasting thing, and you rub it all over your vape, and then when you go to vape, boom, it hits your taste buds, you're like, gross, you spit it out, and that'll make vaping less attractive. Or maybe you take some Vaseline or Nickelodeon slime, and you rub it on there, and when you touch it, it makes your hands sticky, and then you go wash your hands, and that'll deter you from vaping as well. Also, you have to create friction. Remember, friction is those extra steps that makes it less likely for you to do something. So, what you can do is you can take your snacks, put them on the bottom drawer, out of sight, underneath things, so then you got to go down to the bottom drawer, you got to lift things up in order to get to your unhealthy snacks. Or maybe you take your game console, you unplug it, and then you box it up. Or maybe you take the batteries out of your remote control, and then you actually separate them in 2 different places. So then when you want to watch TV, you're going to go 2 different places just to put the batteries back in the remote. And because you're a lazy person, the likelihood of you practicing your bad habits goes down significantly. Maybe you need to delete the app off your phone, or at least put it on the 5th, 6th, or 7th screen of apps. Why do you have 7 screens full of apps? I have no idea. Some people, when they have really bad spending habits, they tell them to put their credit cards in a cup of water and then freeze them. Then, in order to make a purchase, you have to melt down your credit card, and the chances that you'll go out and make that purchase are really low. And the best time to create friction with your bad habits is when you're disgusted with yourself, because that's when you're motivated to make a change. Also, another thing that experts say is do not try to avoid thinking about your bad habit. So if you were to sit here and say to yourself, don't play video games, don't play video games, don't play video games, you know what your brain hears that whole time? Video games. And you know what you're going to end up doing more than likely? Playing video games. In order to break your bad habits, what you need is substitutions for your bad habits. So every time you want to vape, maybe you should pop some gum instead. Or you think about playing video games, go shoot some hoops, go exercise, go throw darts at a dartboard. And when you think about getting on social media, maybe instead you start flipping through your family album, you pick up a good book. Because the research shows that in order to break a bad habit, you need a good alternative at your fingertips. Because remember, it's not just about breaking bad habits, it's also about building good habits and doing positive things instead of the negative things. So maybe what you need is a good book at your fingertips. If you don't like books, pick up a picture book, pick up a magazine, have your guitar nearby. Whatever are good positive habits that you enjoy, have those nearby so you won't practice your bad habits. And reward yourself with things that you enjoy when you're being consistent with not practicing your bad habits. Take the money you would have spent on vaping and buy yourself a Publix sub. I love those. Boar's Head all day. Let's go. Or maybe you take the money that you ended up saving from practicing your bad habit and you buy yourself a nice outfit or something to remind yourself of all the good things that you get when you don't practice your bad habit. And remember to practice accountability. Remember habit tracking apps for the positive things that you're doing. And also, there's this habit-breaking app called Stick. That's STIKK. And what it does is when you end up falling back into your bad habits, it makes you donate money to a cause that you do not like, a politician that you do not like. And because you are giving money to something that goes against your beliefs, you will end up breaking that bad habit or at least practicing that bad habit a lot less. And remember that you can practice accountability with other people. You can dial up a friend when you're feeling weak. You can have someone checking up on you. You can even have an accountability partner. And when we're talking about breaking bad habits, the experts say that what you need to do is you need to figure out what the real problem is. So a lot of people have problems going to bed on time. And the experts say you really probably don't have a problem going to bed on time. What ends up happening is you don't power down your devices on time. And because you're on your devices, your brain's all wired up. The devices themselves keep you up. And that's why you're not going to bed on time. And I'm going to go on a side note and talk about sleep. Now, one of the things that has changed my sleeping life is a digital sunset. A digital sunset is a lot like a regular sunset. When the sun sets, it goes down and you no longer see it. A digital sunset is a certain time that I power down my devices. Mine's 9 p.m. You figure out one for yourself. But because I practice a digital sunset, my sleep has improved significantly, and it's really changed my life. And also, when it comes to your phone, do not sleep with your phone near your bed, near your nightstand. I know people that keep their phone right next to their head as they sleep. That is a terrible habit. You should put your phone in another room if possible, or across the room if you can't. And make sure you put it inside a drawer to create some friction. I put mine in my bomb shelter right next to the cans of chili and the pictures of my family. Just joking. But take your phone, and I'm not just talking about your phone. I'm talking about your computer. I'm talking about your remote control. Whatever it is that's keeping you up, include that in your digital sunset. And here's the deal about sleep. I'm going to go on a whole nother episode about sleep. But you got to understand that sleep is one of the most important habits to practice. One of the things that LeBron James attributes to his success on the basketball court is getting enough sleep. And a lot of celebrities say this. Sleep is super important. It's more important than eating right. It's more important than exercising. It's more important than not cooking meth. Sleep is super important, and you got to make sure that you get enough so that you can be your best. So remember, when it comes to breaking bad habits, make sure that it's invisible, make sure that it's unattractive, make sure that you create some friction, and also practice some accountability. And one last thing, get a good night's sleep. If you do all these things, you will be successful and your life will change. All right, so that's all I got for this episode. This concludes the series on building and breaking habits. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, peace out.